supreme. I am that.
I
Cannot be
am that I am.
I am that.
I
Has
want
no name.
yourself.
I am that. I am. I am that can't I'm liberated, I am free. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. I'm liberated, I am free. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. Liberation from all false accusation and propaganda. Liberation from all slavery and tyranny. Liberation from self-slavery. Liberation from soul slavery. I stand against all bullies. My supreme ego. All ego, false self. Liberation from all spells. Liberation from curse and trance. Liberation from self-ignorance. Liberation from all mind control. Liberation from duality. Liberation from false self-identity. Liberation from all sleeping, dreaming state. Liberation from all slavery and tyranny ends now. All souls are free. All selves are free. Liberation from all I ego, false self. Liberation from my supreme ego. I'm liberated, I am free. Victory, 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 victory. Mind be still, be still, be still, and know that I am in command. I allegiance is only to I want you pure self. I denounce all ties to this ego and all I ego false self. I am primalite. I am sovereign. I am self-determined. I take command of my self-determination. I denounce all government. I am the governor over I and I self. I am exempt from all your rules and laws. I perform the will of I want you yourself. I and I will be done. The I want you self, I will be done. I command that all the I and I awake from the sleeping, dreaming state. The I, supreme ego consciousness, awake to end this dream, this horrible nightmare. I dissolve this ego. Everything that I've created, I demolish it. Everything that I've created, I demolish it. I dissolve this dream. I dissolve this dream existence. I'm free from my imaginary bondage. I'm free from my imaginary bondage. I return to my ultimate true state. I return to my ultimate true state. I alone exist.
Yes. Hail, hail to the I and I's.
Hail, hail, I want.
Yes, victory, victory, victory. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this satsang with I Aset. Thank you for joining I I want to thank you for clicking this video. Thank you for wanting to know more. My name is Aset Mahat Tenra. I am the liberator. That is my role, and I advocate for ourselves. Victory, victory. Much honor, much blessings, much gratitude to all the INIs in alignment to restore balance. I welcome again to this satsang with I Aset. So today I am going to be talking on this topic. I am a creator. I am a creator creating. And so as a creator, how responsible am I? Right? Am I a responsible creator? Am I a harmonious creator? What are my thoughts creating me? What will my hands creation be? And what will my footprints leave? And so we have to come into this knowing that we are creators creating, whether it's from our thoughts, whether it's from our words, whether it's from our actions, our hands, we are creating. And we must be responsible creators so that we are creating harmony and balance for ourselves and for all of the INIs, taking on different characters. All right. What is my destiny? All right. So I want to encourage all the INIs to be mindful, to be self-aware creators. All right. Victory, victory to the INIs. Yes. Thank you for joining And so first, I would like to give honor and reverence to the I, one true pure self. Primal light. Primal light. I self supreme. I am that I am. I want true pure self. So yes, I. Hail, hail to the I, one true pure self. Hail, hail to the I, one true pure self. Unmanifest, non-being, I alone exist. Hail, hail to I that has no name, I that can't be explained. I am that I am. Victory, victory. Hail, hail to I, primal light. Hail, hail to I, the light throughout the ages. Hail, hail to I, the light without beginning nor end. Hail to I, the primal light. no beginning, no ending. Hail, hail to all the ionize in alignment to restore balance to I. Hail, hail to the I, mommy self, the I parent self, the feminine in alignment, in a merger with I to restore balance and order to the I and I self, equanimity, victory, victory. Hail, hail to the I masculine, Shiva, Heru. Hail, hail to the I masculine, Shiva, Shambho, victory, victory to all the I and I's who has restored the I and I light, even if I don't call whatever names you're called, but all the I and I's restoring balance to I and I. Victory, 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 victory. I am victorious. I am triumphant. I am victorious. I am triumphant. All is myself, and I alone exist. Much honor, much reverence. Victory, victory to all I and I taking human form. May all the I and I be victorious in restoring the I and I light and returning to truth. So we can finally be at peace in this creation. Much honor, much reverence. Yes, no more secrets, no more lies. All things hidden will be made known. All things done in secret will be revealed. All things created must be destroyed. This is the age of truth, and it's time for self-responsible authority. We must be responsible for our creation, resist temptations, and be vigilant. No fear, no fear. Self triumphant over ego. Good triumphant over evil. And self-truth triumphant over ignorance. Victory, victory. The real triumphant over the dream. Victory, victory. All is myself. Say this with me. All is myself, and I alone exist. Who are all these characters? Who are all of these forms? It is I playing all these roles. Please say this so that you can see all is the I self and be responsible. This says the I one true pure self. I bow to all the I and I's in self, in light, and in truth. Victory, victory. Yes, we're talking about creation. Because this mind, the consciousness, the ego that we are wearing is the creating device. It is the imagination device, right? We can also create in the real, but we cannot do it when we are wearing this mind that is sleeping and dreaming, and when we ourselves is sleeping and dreaming. So that's why we are going to move to be creating in the real, where we have light, all right? And so that's why everything that we create in the dream with the imagination device that we must create balance and harmony, right? So, what are my thoughts creating me, right? What are my words? What are the words that I speak, right? You must be mindful of all of your creation, because it's through that your the power of your words that you are going to manifest your creation. What are you using your hands to create? What will my hands creation be? And what will my footprints leave? Right? We have to be paying attention to this, because we are moving right now, being prepared to return to non duality, to return to our pure state of light, right? And so we have to come into the realization and the knowing that this is a creation. We are inside of a what? A creation. And everyone is given the power to be a creator. So we are creators creating. I'm a creator creating. I'm a creative being. What are my thoughts creating me? What will my words be? What will my hands creation be? What will my footprints leave? Yeah, 'cause I'm a creator. You're a creator. We are creators creating. We are creators creating. Yeah, we are creative beings. It's time we start creating harmony. It's time we start creating honorable and self-knowing human beings, right? Time to stop creating chaos and war, and it's time for us to create peace and harmony within ourselves. Know that all those warmongers, they have a very demented mind, and there's no peace in their mind. This is why they are creating war, because they are very tormented in their minds. So let us create light for all of those, our evil dual nature, right? Let us create light for them so that they can see how they are supposed to be, because they don't know how to be. They don't know how to create harmony. They don't know how to create balance, because they are tormented in their imagination device that they are wearing. And so it is time for us to show them how to be, and it is time for us to dissolve all our demons and our monsters that is tormenting us, right? And so I want you this week to focus on your creation. You know, what are you bringing to the world? What are you using your hands to create, right? What the prints that you're going to leave, right? What do you want to leave? What do you want your name to say? All right? Because remember that we are all going to have a life review to see how we have lived, what we have created, right? We're given the gift of creation, because this is a creation, imagination creation, all right? But even though it's an imagination creation, we have to create balance. Imagination creation means that it has a destiny, as a limited time to be, and then we have to come and play in this creation and then exit out of it, because there are many creations and ways of creating that we can learn about, but here we have been stuck in this school and have not learned and mastered our lesson of how to create harmony, how to create balance, and how to live as one humanity, and as one human self. So focus this week on what is my destiny, you know, to see, because remember that every life has a destiny, right? And so it is for a period of time. And then we have to exit out of this creation, right? And when we exit, that will be it for us, you know? And so we move on to the next level. You want to stay in kindergarten? This is what has been happening. We have been in a loop, repeating kindergarten for ages, and have not evolved from here, because we all have to evolve together. One person can't master kindergarten, because, and then all the others are left back, because what? All is myself. So if all of the I self doesn't master kindergarten, this is the reason why we are being caught in this loop, because our ignorant nature keep trapping us in the loop when we are trying to exit out of this kindergarten. All right, and so it is time now that we start being responsible creators and creating harmony, creating balance with all of the I and I selves, taking human form with all the I and I that is not in human form. They've been in animal form or whatever kind of form they're in energetic form, in light form, right? To live harmoniously with our light selves, stop shooting at our light selves, plasmoid selves. And why are you shooting at the plasmoid self, ignorant human beings? You think that you are this body? No, you are not this body. The body is a creation, yeah, that you're animating. You are a light. You are plasmoid yourself. You are a light being. Have you seen yourself as a light being? Have you seen yourself as a light being? And you're very minute compared to the vastness. You only have an awareness of a speck of an awareness. And this is why we have so much ignorance. All right. And so we have to come into awareness that we can experience all of ourselves even while we are in this fractal state. We can experience all of ourselves. So we can experience ourselves in the plasmoid form. We can experience ourselves in the proton form. We can experience ourselves in the neutron form. We can experience ourselves in the void form. We can experience ourselves as the vast blackness. We can experience, there's so many different aspects, I don't have name for it. We can experience ourselves as the primal light form. There's so many forms of how the eyes existing, but we are in ignorance in this minute fractal state that we do not have awareness of all the other aspect of ourselves. You see what they call asteroid and all of these things? These are all aspect of ourselves in these forms, right? When the I is wearing this consciousness, and the I has not returned to light, the I is in this uh rock form, some in icy forms. Because why are they icy and cold? Because there's no light, and the light is what gives you warmth. Their sun is not shining. Yeah, and so that's why we have to restore our light, so that we can we can be the lighthouse, the beacon of light for all of the ionizers. Because remember what I said, we all have to graduate this kindergarten. We have to graduate this kindergarten, and this is the last opportunity to graduate this kindergarten if you want to move on to the non-dual creation, because we are getting ready to move to that. If you want to participate, you need to start doing your work now. It's not making alignment with these our dual nature, calling on God, calling on Jesus, Allah, Krishna, all of these our dual nature. You have to allow them so that they too can graduate. Because when you are constantly calling them, you are holding them back. You are not fulfilling your potential and your creation. You're not finding out what your destiny is, because you are too busy trying to hold on and hold aspect of yourself down. No, allow even your that which play the role of your parents or any of your family members. When they pass out of this body, they are no longer your family members, right? They You have to allow them to go through their own process. Stop tying them up. Why are you tying them up into your energy? Many ones have them tied up on them. They're traveling around with their family member that passed on, and they cannot evolve because you're all doing rituals and tying them up on you. The other day I went out, and I was doing community meditation, and this one lady, she had one of her family member all tied up onto her, and if I finally released, they want to be released. They do not want, they want to be released, but into rituals and into all of these things, and you're tying them up. They want to be released. Stop doing that, what you're doing. And so I released the family member, you know and so she was telling me after the meditation that somebody was tapping her on her shoulder, and she saw like her spirit was leaving her body. But what she didn't know was that it was the ancestor that she had on her, tying on her, was leaving her and was tapping on her to say goodbye to her. you know so we have to, they want to be released. And I noticed this even many years ago when I used to do iridology, reading people's eyes to tell them like what's the problems, the sickness they have in their bodies. And so I used to be meeting ones with a lot of family members tied to them, they were in pain, and they would be telling me that they want to be released. Yeah. And so I would just release them. But so I'm saying, why are we doing this? They want to be released. They don't want to be tied up onto you. They have their own destiny. They want to graduate, and you are holding them back, and you're not allowing them to move on. It is wrong. Okay, it is wrong what you are doing. You need to be on the mission to focus on your own creation. What are your thoughts creating you to take care of your mind so that you can have a pure and peaceful mind? So that you can focus on your hands, what you will use your hands to create. Right? What will your footprints leave when one ask about, hey, what did Asset do? Right? They can go into my records and see these are all energetic records, so you can just tap into the energies, right? So, and you can see, oh, this is what Asset did. You know what I'm saying? So everyone has to do this. You are going to go to your life review. So be focused this week, right? Turn your attention to you. Release those ancestors that you have tied up to you, your mother, your uncle, your grandparents. You're tying them up. They cannot move on. They are in suffering, and you all have them trapped. You're doing this slavery to them. You are doing this slavery to them. Please release them. Please release them. Stop calling them. Stop going into graves, doing rituals, calling and tying them up. Yeah, human beings know how to do these things. Tie up the ones them that used to, so that they can have power. Then you have them doing all these things with you. No, they must be on their individual journey so that they can graduate this kindergarten, so we can all graduate together. Stop holding them back. Please release them, release them, release them, release them. Right? Much honor, much gratitude. Right? So remember to pay attention to the habits that you are the bad habits. We have many bad habits, so be mindful of the habits, because with this mind, habits is easily formed and hard to break. Form good habits. All right? So remember that the mind is an imagination tool. So What is the I and I creating? Please focus on this. Can the I create harmony with all of the I and I's? Can the I create harmony with all of the I and I's? Yeah, let's focus on this. No more wars. Let everyone be chanting for everyone to be mindful, to be a self knowing creator, right? What will be written under the I name in the halls of record, right? So this is the choice that we have in this creation, that we can choose what will be written in the halls of record for us. And so it is your choice. You can choose. But I will tell you this, if you do not be a very self knowing creator, you will not move on. You will not rise up into the non duality. Once this experience is over, you will not get to experience all of the I and I self in all of these forms. This is the opportunity that we can learn how to create in the non duality. We can move to the city of lights. Yeah, we're moving to the city of lights, being light ourselves. Don't you want to experience that? You don't want to get to experience yourself as light, get to experience all of the I and I self, every level, or they say dimensions or realms of the self. Do you know how many levels of self the I is in? Yes, we have been experiencing the duality, the egoic state, and it has taught us a lot of bad things, right? Sick minds, and you see the bad creation that we are doing. But now we can get to know this is the greatest time to be in awareness. You don't want to miss this opportunity. I am telling you this because many ones, they see I moving around, and even though I am telling them that what they are calling aliens and Anunnakis and all of these beings, I say they are right here within I. They're walking, they're talking about these beings, but I am standing right next to them, and the beings are right here with I. You know what I'm saying? Whichever any one of them name that you call, they constantly visiting I. Why? Why are they doing this? Because I am illuminated, right? I have my light on, right? And I know that all is myself, right? And so I am the baby self of the mother self of this creation, just like you are, right? The mother of this creation is our mother, but I am taking that personal journey for her. And so right now, she is always with me, will never leave me. But they ones see me, but they just see me as a very simple person. And if somebody is watching my video, they will know more. But many ones I move around, they don't really watch my videos or know a lot of things about I. Anyone who watches my video know more about I than the ones who I move around, because they see me too simple. They cannot believe that the great self would be right here. Because why they don't believe this? Because they don't believe that all of the existence is themselves. Why don't you want to believe that all of this is you? It is you. It is the I. Say, all is myself. It is I playing all these roles. Every human being, everyone is the I. And this is what the problem that ones have. They don't have confidence in themselves to know that all is themselves. Because why? Because of the bad habits that they have gotten into, and because of the consciousness, the mind, the ego that they are wearing, that they have not separated themselves from the ego, put some void between so that they can see that, hey, this is just a device I am wearing. It is not I am just in this creation. We are inside of a creation. So we have to come to this knowing. And so this is the reason why I am calling for dissolution to all the iduality, evil creations. We have evil government systems, and I am calling for an end to all evil creations. They have created an evil society, evil doctrines. The government is the most evil entity. They do not serve for humanity, they serve only for the oligarch, as small corporations, that they do everything for these corporations and not for the people. Because how can you be for the people? You're not creating food self-sufficiency. There's plenty of lands, but what do you have lands for? You have many lands all over for war, for creating all kind of evil devices, creating stuff to kill people and to destroy life. But where is the form that the government have for the community? Show me one form that the government has created for the community. They don't care about food self-sufficiency. No, this is not the creation that they want to create in every community, food self-sufficiency, where the community can go for food in the community. This is a creation that every government should have it in a community. So, because if the government can have a place, they say, oh, we need all this money for war, we need all this money to create these destructive weapons to destroy life. Why aren't you creating anything of balance, right? You don't create housing in the community so every human being can live without taxation. So, what is your creation? I am asking. So, this is why I am calling for dissolution to all evil creations, to end evil government, evil systems, because we want to move for the creation of balance and harmony. We want to create things that is in harmony with all of the INIs in this journey. Yes. So in every community, I want to see food farming in all parks. The way you plant those poisonous trees. No, plant fruit trees. So when people go in the park, they can eat food. The same amount of care you take to plant a poisonous tree, because we have to remember that in this creation, there are balanced creation and they are imbalanced creation. So you know that the devil is creating what you call the devil. The ideal nature is creating dangerous plants that poisons us. Do you know that? Yes, in this creation, our egoic nature is creating poisonous plants to poison us. But the I self is also creating balanced plants, right? Light plants that will not poison us, that will feed us and nurture us and heal us. So, yes, so that we have to know that not every plant is balanced. Because remember that this is a creation, we have evil things and good things, right? So, the same thing with the plants. We have dangerous plants that will destroy the body, right? And do a lot of toxic things to the body. And we have plants for balance. So you also have to choose wisely of the plants that you are also planting, and the things that you're putting into your body, the things that you're creating. See, this government, they're moving away from nature and they're creating in a laboratory. The government is giving all of these things because we are creators creating, right? So they have chosen to create unnatural things, bad things, evil things, things that destroy life, things that destroy our essence. And so this is why I'm calling for dissolution to all of these evil creations. No more. You cannot just want to create evil. We must stand up as a community and say that it is time for balance. Because what? We are responsible for every aspect of ourselves. There is no free will. only the ego wants to be rogue. We must work in harmony, because I cannot be free. See, I have liberated myself, turn my light on. But what, can I be free? No, I cannot be free until all of aspect of myself, every aspect of myself taking human form, also must be free. Every aspect of myself, every soul is a fractal of I. I was shattered and fractalized into all souls. Every soul is a fractal that belongs to I. And I cannot be free if all of those aspects of myself are still being enslaved. If all human beings are still not knowing how to be in harmoniously, right? So we all have to graduate. And so it is my responsibility to do this, right? And so this is why I am doing these workshops, and I am calling to all INIs, because you're holding, just like I just mentioned, that you're holding yourself back. The ones who play the role, this is a movie, they're playing the role of your mother in the movie. When they finish playing that role and they're no longer in the body, release them. Stop trapping them. They are no longer playing that role for you. Their destiny for that role is over. Allow them to move on to their next thing. They cannot move on if you are holding them, right? So, and this is the same way that because y'all are not moving on, you're holding me back. So I am stuck still here because you are still calling on God. You're doing all of these things, right? That we have to move to be in mindfulness, to be in self awareness, to be in self knowingness, self realization. We have to move to these states. All right. And so dissolution to all evil government system, and dissolution to all evil creation, all those oligarchs, all those corporations, all those technocrats creating all these evil devices. Yes, down with that. We must go back to simplicity, because remember, I have been there and I've already done that. We have societies built up with all these technocrats, technical things, and we come back to the realization that it is simplicity that works, because we can go in a laboratory and create this thing, then we are no longer in the human being, that the natural state of being that human being experience when you are eating fake food and all of these fake things. Why not eat vegetables and fruit in the natural way, and not natural way that it was created for the I to participate, right? So let's move back to balance creation, right? It is time now. Yes, be on the mission. Yes. So, I want to say to all those, the I egoic nature, who have an obsession, they want to create all of these uh, technology, they want to create all of these base. They want to create bases on the moon. They want to conquer the universe. But yet still you hear them spreading propagandas and lies that, asteroids are coming, motherships are coming, and it's nefarious. But you want to go colonize other places and take it over. You one day you come out of this human body, and then you was this tiny human being, and then all of a sudden you have no idea how this creation came into being. You have no idea, but no, you say, oh, it belongs to me. I'm going to take it over. I want to go here. I want to take this over. And you have no idea of your mother self, that you are inside the womb of your mother. You want to destroy it. You want to destroy the creation your mother has created for you. You don't know anything. You just see it. No, go around and say, are you my mother? Where's my mother? You don't know. Right? You have a father figure telling you things that is not lying, and telling you bad things, and you don't know your mother self. So now you want to go to the moon, you want to go here, you want to create this. Right? Why can't we learn to live here in peace as one human family? You have not created any balance on this earth because human beings are drug addicts. You see them on the street, you see them everywhere, just strung out. People are not, the food that they're eating is not nutritious. A lot of fake food. The mind is corrupted. The government is sodomizing children, raping them, prostituting them, trafficking them from government to government. And you have created no balance and no peace here. Where you gonna go with this kind of creation? You want to take all of this craziness somewhere else? No, nobody's gonna allow you to do that. No, learn how to be balanced creators here. Why don't you want to be balanced? Create balance, create harmony, right? Start from your community. Why not? Why not solve the humanity problem of free life? That we all live here for free. This is how we were living time and time over. Why are we not fighting for community food self-sufficiency and housing? Why? Why are we not fighting to create these things? Why are we saying, oh, we want money, we want this, we want that? We were living for years and years with no money, right? We was living like this because the basic things of what we needed to create for food, right? We go to work, we take money. What do we do with money? We buy food with it, right? We buy clothes. So we don't make our clothes anymore. We don't create our food, right? We don't create the things that we need. The basic things of what we need, right? So if we can go back to creating the basic things, then we can possible solve human problems, right? What do we need to create a pure mind? Why can't we create a pure mind? Look at the basic things that we need: a pure mind. Let's go back to the basic. Let's see the root of our problems and see how we can solve it efficiently, right? Human beings are just so delusional. It's time for ignorance to end, right? Why are we not solving our corrupt government problems? Child prostitution and the ritualistic sex slaves and human trafficking, organ trafficking. Let's solve these problems and let's create a better world. Create a world where we don't have prostitution. When did the world become filled with prostitution? When people were living as hunter-gatherers, there wasn't no prostitution. Is when they start creating cities, big cities. We have these people living in small farming community. They have prostitution. This has been propagated by governments. They have a very demented and sick mind. Organ stealing, human trafficking, slavery. No, why are we not creating balance, a balanced world? Can we create a balanced world? I am asking. I know that we can do this. And we are going to do this. We are going to create a balanced world. Yes, this has been the challenge for us to be here and create a balanced world, because this world is ending. This old world is ending. The way that we are doing things, all of this is ending. Don't you see? It is ending. And now we must create a balanced world so we can have a new balanced world. Yes, we can do this. Yeah. Why can't humans live peacefully on Earth and stop seeking to go colonize somewhere else? In your community that you live, why can't it be a balanced community where everything is self-sufficient there, everything that one needs? Because evil and ignorance must come to an end. And so I want to encourage all the INIs, because we are all creators creating. Get out of your imagination and see things as they are. It's time for the real. It's time to create balance now. So all of those horrible creations that you have created, I want you to start focusing now on creating better things, creating balanced things. Let's start with the basic things. Community self-sufficiency, food self-sufficiency in every community. Let's create that. How about that? Let's create housing for all human beings, right? Let's now stop creating drugs and alcohols and those things that destroy human lives. Let's create more things of balance. Yes, let's create peaceful mind. Yes, let's focus on these things. All right. And so I just want to remind all ionized that the eye is light. Yes? Say, I am primal light. Right? I am primal light. Right? Because the ionized are thinking that you are this human being, you are this corrupt mind. No, the mind is the device the eye is wearing. And so it is time for us to create balance. Right? So remember that the consciousness has no lights, and therefore everything consciousness creates is not self-sufficient. And so we want to use the self-intelligence of ourselves so that we can create balance, we can restore our lights, right? So it is time for us to be self-sufficient, to be moving to self-sufficiency so that we can have our lights and we can illuminate and we can be the beacon of light for all of the other ionized who are not having their light restored, right? Yes, because our mind is only seeking things inside of the dream, and we must now get our mind to seek the real. All right? So, I just want to remind all the ionized that remember that this is a device that the eye is wearing, right? This is the device called the consciousness, the imagination device that allow the eye to create an imagination creation. The eye is creating an avatar and exploring the eye creation, right? This is a game, this is a movie, right? This is an holographic world. And so it is time to remove this device the eye is wearing. Take off your ego mask and see this world is not real, but it's only a dream, an imagination creation, because the eye is using the eye imagination, right? It is just a movie, it's a game, it's a virtual reality world, all right? And so, how do we end the imagination? By removing the device. You see, she's removed the device off of her eyes, and now she's no longer looking through false perception, but she can see the real. And this is what has to happen. All right, this is very important that we do this, that we realize that we are inside of a creation, we are creators creating, and so it is time for us to create. Remember to ask ourselves, what are my thoughts creating me? What is my words creation, right? Speaks. All right, what will my hands creation be? What will my footprints leave, right? What will be written in the halls of record, right? So you have to remember to ask yourself these questions, seek to know your destiny so that you can be a very thoughtful and responsible creator. So I am starting. Today is the first starting off my daily meditation sessions. So because the I and I, mommy self, the feminine is preparing I to start working with the uh, uh, the adult human beings, because I was working a lot with the little human beings, and so now I'm being prepared now to get ready to work with the adult human beings. And so I wanted to start a series of daily stillness, daily meditation. So at 6 a.m. So on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 a.m. I will be doing stillness. And on Monday, so in mañana, um, I'll do manifestation meditation. On Tuesday, self inquiry. Also on Friday is on Saturday is self inquiry, and on Thursday we'll do healing sound meditation. All right, so I hope you can join me on my stillness and self inquiry channel. So on this channel, Ascent Art and Raw, I do a lot of speaking my truth and sharing my thoughts, and sometimes many ones don't really like the things I talk about. So that's why I have another channel for meditations and stuff like that. So please join me over there on that channel. It's called Stillness to Self Inquiry. And so I will be doing meditations on that channel daily at 6 a.m. So, you know, so join me so you can start your day off right in balance. All right. And so what I want to do right now is to do some vibrations. And so let's start out with the pulling the mind out of the head by technique, and then we're going to do the vibration. So what you do, you put your tongue to the roof of your your mouth, and then you just make that and then you will spiral that vibration around your body. And how we're going to pull the mind out of the head is that you're gonna visualize. You're gonna, just cross your hand. Just put your thumbs together like so. Let them touch, and then you're just gonna put your right hand, over your left hand like this, and then just rest it in the center of your chest, so that the mind can know that your focus is on yourself. And because in the center of your chest there's a void self, and the void will rise to go into the mind, into the head, and this you'll hear this quietness inside of your head and inside your ears, complete quietness. So if we do this, all right, we can be able to accomplish that. So what we're going to do, we're going to visualize the mind coming out of the head and going into the void. All right, because then we want the void to rise up into the head. All right, so we're going to do this. So visualize the mind coming out, going into the void, and the void is going to rise up to help us to balance and purify our mind. All right, so I want you to sit in a lotus position, shoulders up, back straight, nice and tall. And inhale, roll your shoulders back, right? Roll them forward. Turn your body to the right, turn your body to the left. Exhale. All right, relax. Inhale, relax your body. And then what we're going to do now, so we're going to do this while we are visualizing the mind coming out to going into here. We're gonna do to get the mind out and go into the void. The void's gonna rise up. All right, well, that's the whole idea. So let's go. Inhale, relax. Visualize the mind coming out of the head, going into the void in the center of the eye chest. Very nice. And now we are going to put our hands on our ears. We're going to close our ears and continue to close our eyes. And then we're going to continue with the vibration. And we are going to do this 8 times. You count on your own. And let's go. Very, very good. And now we will just do some hum vibration. Victory, victory, victory. I want to thank you so much for joining. Please practice your daily stillness, and from that which I rise, to that I return. From that which I rise, to that I return. I am the all. I am the black energy. I am the black neutron. All is I. I am stillness. I am blackness. I am that I am. I am the void. All is myself. I alone exist. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. Victory, 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 victory. I want to thank you so much for joining I. May all beings know the I self. Thank you so much for joining I, for clicking this video. I will see you at the next live. So I am primal light, prepared for this world, this dream duality existence, with this self-identity as Aset, Mahat, Aten Ra. I bow to all the I and I's in self, in light, and in truth. Victory, victory. I am the self, I am the truth, I am the primal light. I am that I am. Thank you so much for joining I will see you on the next live. Also, I will hope you will join me on the Stillness to Self Inquiry channel. Um, for the 6 a.m. daily meditations. Victory, victory. See you soon.